Hello, Fabulous Superstar Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of February 2019, looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an amazing month it is. We have a very important sky, and part of what makes it so important is the closure energy that is especially strong right now, especially heightened right now. So there are a couple of things that denote this. One is the rare meeting of Mars and Uranus. Now, these two planets get together in the sky about once every 2 years or so. And when they get together, it tends to denote a flash of insight, a burst of truth that changes us and changes our motivation, changes our determination in notable ways. However, this is the last time these two planets are going to meet in the part of the sky that they will meet in the sign of Aries, for about another 8 decades to come. So chances are this is going to be the last time in our lifetimes that we will have the meeting of these two planets in this specific part of the sky. The other important thing that is happening this month is Venus. Venus is going to be dancing in the sky, meeting power players Saturn and Pluto and the South Node. This suggests that in at least one area of life, we are having to get very honest with ourselves about where it is that we have overindulged, but also understanding where it is that we are ready for a karmic closure to transpire. So this can be a very powerful month. And in addition to all this, we also have a new moon in fellow air sign Aquarius that I think you're going to love so much, and a full moon that is filled with closures and bright beginnings. So there's so much to talk about here. Let's start with that meeting of Mars and Uranus. This is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with friendships and group endeavors and group alliances. You have had major lessons where it comes to the people that you align with in your life, the type of group efforts you get involved in. And these lessons have been especially pronounced since the beginning of the decade. Well, now it's almost over. Uranus is about to leave this part of the sky next month. However, before he does, we've got this burst of energy, this real sense of heightened emotions that is very likely going to take place for you right in the middle of the month, where it comes to a friend or an alliance that you have. Now, this is really about being honest with yourself and living in accordance with that honesty and with that integrity. It is about seeing the truth for what it is, in some cases a flash of truth, and deciding what path is right for you and realizing what may no longer be. And as part of this, some alliances may get very strong very quickly, and others may find that they are no longer to be part of your journey ahead. Regardless, it is about the truth setting you free and the truth empowering you, and ultimately allowing yourself to really be yourself in the company of other people. And where it is that there are fake friendships or spaces in which you don't feel like you can really be who you authentically are, they are just not going to last past this month, and that really is okay with you. You will be at peace with the choices. You will be at peace with the developments, especially the further we get into the month, because you will recognize that if you can't be yourself, then it's not a friendship worth keeping. Now, also with Venus, Venus is slowly but surely moving through a part of the sky that has to do with truth and transformation and understanding the root of a situation. But it also has to do with money and wealth and understanding wealth in your own terms. As Venus is going to move over Saturn, move over Pluto, move over the South Node, all this activity happens from the mid to the late part of the month. That is when Venus really starts accelerating. Well, what this tells me is that you will be getting more honest with yourself in a few areas. So one is about where it is that you are ready for change and transformation to take place. I think of this part of the sky as having to do with trust and trust issues. But it has to do with really being honest with yourself. We've got this energy of honesty thanks to Uranus and Mars. And now you're going to bring love to that honesty as well. Where is it that maybe you were replaying some patterns? Where is it that you can take ownership for the type of people that you attracted into your life? And where is it that you can understand the root of the reason why you had certain people in your life? And where is it that certain dynamics are no longer working for you? You will bring heart to this process, to this journey, and you will express love for yourself as you make some very brave changes as a result of some very brave honesty you are about to undertake. But this part of the sky also has to do with large sums of money and your relationship with financial institutions. This can be a time when you are coming to the end of a financial journey. And so for some of you, it may be that you are finally paying off your student loans and you are making those last payments this month. For others, it is understanding that you want to bring greater structure and deciding what your relationship is going to be to things like your credit cards. For others yet, it may be some renegotiation and looking into and refinancing your mortgage. So all of these types of activities where you're connecting with a financial institution are possible. But remember, there is this sense of being honest with yourself, being bravely, if not starkly, real with where you are on the financial front and deciding what types of emotions, what types of feeling, what needs to heal within you so that you can welcome in greater prosperity. That may be part of the journey as well, but deciding what you no longer want to walk so that you can have more of what it is that you desire, which is ultimately the recognition of how abundant your life truly is. There is important lunar activity taking place for you this month as well, right around the 4th of the month, give or take a day on either side, depending on where you are on the planet. We will have a very friendly new moon that I am really excited about. Now, the energy of this new moon will be active for the first 2 weeks of the month, and so you do have that to enjoy. This new moon will happen hand in hand with the sun, of course, but also with Mercury. And this configuration will be speaking in supreme harmony with Jupiter. I think you are going to love this energy. It is fun, it is light, it is expansive, it is hopeful. And this to me is about you being introduced to new ideas of all kinds and about planning something that is an adventure for you. This can involve trying new things, but it can also involve taking a journey of some kind, whether it's long distance travel, whether it is a philosophical journey, exploring different ways of understanding your life. All of these are covered here, and all of these efforts are especially blessed now. Any kind of interaction with institutes that have to do with higher learning or law or politics are especially blessed now. So if it is that you're hoping to initiate some process, this would be the ideal time to do it. You've got lots of blessings to have things go your way at this time. Now, this is a new moon, which is about new beginnings, but given all the lucky energy here, if it is that you're trying to bring a certain matter to a close or schedule an important meeting or interview, especially related to these areas of life that I mentioned and these institutions that I mentioned, it would be the first 2 weeks of this month that would be an ideal time to do it. As we move further into the month, it is going to be right around the 19th that we are going to have a full moon. Now, this full moon is happening at the very foundation of your chart, and it is at the very beginning of its sign. So as much as it has to do with closure and culmination, which is what full moons are about, there's also a sense of beginning happening at this time as well, a fresh start, if you will, beginning a journey. But part of that, part and parcel with that, comes a closure. And this is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with home and family of origin and understanding your past differently. And so for some of you, buying, selling, moving, redecorating, new roommate, all of that could very much be on offer this month, and especially as we move into this month, again, right around the full moon. Now, this full moon is speaking in supreme harmony with Mars, which tells me there is a lot of empowerment at this time and excitement at this time. Mars is moving through a part of the sky for you that has to do with a few different things, but one is just this unconscious, intuitive connection that you will likely have to any place that you find. In fact, I would say if you do end up taking a trip or any kind of little journey or just going to a place within the city you live in, you may find yourself coming across people or environments where you feel a very strong karmic connection, maybe even a past life connection to them. But having said that, you will know where it is that you are meant to be. And as part of this, yes, buying, selling, moving, new roommate can transpire. The important thing is to be honest with yourself if you feel a connection or not. And if you do, it will be undoubtable. And it will be very clear to you that this is where you are meant to be. Now, this also includes decorating or redecorating. There might be a spirit that comes over you that has a desire to do just that as well, which can be a fun way to use this energy. You will certainly feel very energized and have a desire to create almost like a temple environment where you live. And if it is that you are spending time with your family of origin, particularly your parents, where that applies, this can be a very powerful energy to help you to feel that much more connected. It can also have some sense of a different perspective on the past, or maybe some secrets being revealed by your family of origin. But they seem to be the kind that help you to feel that much more grateful, help to bring a spirit of connection that much more. Now, where it comes to matters of love, of course, we got to come back to Venus. Venus is goddess of love. And for you this month, Venus is moving through a part of the sky where, in addition to the things I already mentioned, has to do with intimacy, profound intimacy at that, and being really honest with yourself about what it is that you are feeling. Now, again, Venus is having these key connections in the sky that are really all about honesty when it comes down to it. We can write volumes about what Venus meeting Saturn means, Venus meeting Pluto means, Venus meeting the South Node means. But at the end of the day, these three big meetings come down to being honest with yourself about what you love and why. And having taken place in a part of the sky that has to do with being honest with yourself, well, you put it together and it is just such a powerful symbol of change that comes about as a result of finally admitting to yourself what it is you really feel and what brought you to this moment. For those of you who are open to meeting someone new, what a beautiful time it is. But I will say this, it is a transformational time. Anyone new that you meet at this time, there could be a very powerful attraction to them. Longevity may or may not be part of the picture, but in some way they will serve as a catalyst towards your greater change. For those of you who are getting to know somebody, there's going to be a real light bulb moment here where you realize what it is within you, what karmic pattern within you has brought you to this moment with this person. For some of you, you will love it. You will dive right in and strengthen that bond. For others of you, you will realize this is no longer the journey you want to take. For those of you in an established bond, what a powerful time it is of transformation and change on the front of your relationship. Now, this can bring with it big developments where it comes to your spouse's income, so do keep an eye out for that. However, at the same time, this can bring with it a real sense of vulnerability and honesty between the two of you. What it is that you find out about your partner based on what they reveal to you can be very profound and can bond the two of you together. What it is that you decide to share with your partner as well can raise your vulnerabilities, but can bond the two of you together. But here's the thing, this is a month where it comes to love, it's all or nothing. The superficial is just not going to cut it, and you're going to decide what matters or what doesn't. If you really believe that the past no longer matters, doesn't have a bearing on your present, then you will know it and you will approach your relationship from that space. But if it is that there are factors from the past that are speaking to what your experience in love with your established bond is today, well, the two of you may find yourself in that moment of honesty and of some very profound sharing as well. If you are a person who is in a therapeutic journey, either on your own or with your partner, this is going to be one of those very defining months where you touch on truth, and it will lend itself to either change or realizing where you no longer want to walk a journey with another person. What I love about this month for you, well, look, there's so much here. I would say that new moon in the early part of the month, it's going to open up a good 2 weeks of a lot of fun for you. Let me just say, it's happening in fellow air sign Aquarius. It is speaking in harmony with Jupiter. It is happening hand in hand with your ruling planet Mercury, also speaking with Jupiter. This just looks like you are going to have fun. You're going to be connecting with new people of all kinds. And this is going to allow you to feel hopeful about the love that is available to you in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of directions. But the great thing is, and the thing is about love, love is often rewarded. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this every week by logging on to nadiyashah.com, signing up to be one of my superstars. Superstars get expanded exclusive video scopes every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, and more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Well, thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.